Goals goals can be hard to achieve, and it can be really, really tough to really decide what it is you want to do. And what I'm going to tell you today is I want you to give up. Yeah, I just said that. I want you to give up. So right now, I want you to give up. Now, what why would I say that? Aren't I supposed to be giving you motivational advice? Why am I telling you to give up? Because I don't believe that every person on earth can do everything, nor should they. So here is what I mean. John Maxwell has actually been quoted as saying, "You have to give up in order to go up." And what that means is if you have certain goals, there are things that you are going to have to give up. Now, right now, first of all, you're thinking I'm telling you to give up on your goals. That's not what I said. What I'm actually having you do is give up the behaviors and limiting beliefs that are keeping you right where you are. So every time you move up, every time you make more money, every time you manage more people, you lead an organization, you cannot do it all. You have to give something up in order to move into that new role and continue to grow. So it sounds like I'm saying you can't do it all. You can't. Do not fool yourself into thinking that you personally can do every single thing. What you might be hearing are the following things. In order for you to move up, you need to give up all of your time. You need to give up all of your time because time is money and you need to be giving up all of your time. No. I think that if you are giving up all of your time, then you're probably a poor time manager in general. And you're also going to have feelings of resentment that creep in, and you're going to feel pretty stuck and almost imprisoned if all of your free time is given up to whatever. The next one is I want you to give up money. So I want you to spend all this money on a degree, on certifications, on licenses, on all of these different things. I also think that's a false sense of security. So many people believe that they need a degree, they need a certification, they need a piece of paper or a plaque that they can frame in their office that says, I am capable of doing X. I do not believe that. So I don't necessarily think that you need to give up money in order to reach your level of significance in your goals. And the final one is I need to make sure that I am taking away time from my family. I have to travel with this new job. I have to do all these things. I cannot be around my family if I'm meeting these goals. Who told you that? Did somebody say, in order for you to take this job, we're going to make sure that you never see your family? If they are, I think that they're kidnapping you. I do not think that they are actually wanting to employ you. So call Liam Neeson. I think he can help you here. But anyway, that is also a limiting belief, right? That is something that I want you to let go. So that is number one in the giving up world. Give up those limiting stories, those BS ideas about what it is you have to give up. Oh, if I want that job, I have to give up my time of commuting. I have to give up again the family time. Or I have to make less money in order to follow my dream. Who told you that? You need to let go of those limiting beliefs in order to move up. So, how do you do those things? First of all, what I want you to give up is that story, which we've already talked about, right? But what do I want you to replace it with? I want you to replace that with I can and I will. And this is how I'm going to do it. And then you're going to figure it out because that is how everything changes. So give up on those limiting beliefs that you have. Now, I want you to say the distractions. Did you see what I just did? I got all distracted. That wasn't helpful, was it? Getting all distracted. Those distractions are killing your productivity. Give up the distractions. So, what would be a distraction? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That's right. I'm on YouTube right now. The distractions that are taking you away from your goals, Netflix. Maybe you find yourself mindlessly eating in your kitchen. Maybe you find yourself busying yourself cleaning the house. But really, you don't need to do that. You need to focus on your goals. Give up those distractions in order to move forward. The next thing I'm going to say is give up the noise. And what the noise can be is maybe you need to schedule some appointments. Maybe your house is dirty. Maybe, every night you've got to cook dinner and that is such a pain. Why don't you give that up? Now, I know your family needs to eat dinner, right? But there are services, Uber Eats is one of them, where you can have food delivered. There are also services where you can order food and it comes once a week and then you heat it up. And that's it. And your family is fed and they're fed vegetables and fruit and meat and protein and all these wonderful things. And you got your time to do other things. So you gave up cooking in order to reach those goals. And another thing is, like I said, your house is dirty, hire a maid. You can't hire a maid, hire a college kid. College kids would love to clean your house for some money, and it's worth the investment. I'm telling you right now. Give up the noise, the things that are taking away. If you're always taking your kids to practices, talk to other moms and get a carpool together. That way you're doing it once a week or maybe once every other week rather than every day, because that can be really intense. So, what about noise at work though? Because that to me is important. As a leader, it's important to know that noise exists at work. And that noise is, could you get this report done? Could you schedule this appointment? Could you make sure the conference room is available? Could you make sure this, that, and the other? If you are leading a team of people, none of those things you personally should be doing. You need to give up the noisy tasks, the things that need to be done, but they don't need to be done by you. Hand them off, empower people on your team. Have someone on your team create that report. Have someone else on the team in charge of booking conference rooms. Have someone else on the team involved with various tasks that need to be done that you don't need to be doing, because your goal is to make the organization more profitable, more streamlined. Whatever that goal is, you need time to focus on that. And the only way you can do that is if you give up some of that noise. So the final one is I want you to give up who you think you are for who you want to be. So you might be saying to yourself, and this does go back to limiting beliefs, but it's not around time and it's not around money. It's about fundamentally who you are. Who is a leader that you admire? What traits did they have? How can you embody those traits? I want you to embrace that and let go of the person that you think you are, because that person is holding you back. So if you think you're a poor time manager, let go of that. Every single day, I want you to write down, I am always on time. That's going to help you. It's going to shift your mindset. So, what if I'm unorganized is your answer? Then why don't you write to yourself, I am an organized person. And then look at what it is you need to get organized. What's unorganized in your life? Is it your thoughts? Maybe write them down, put them together in a PowerPoint presentation. Maybe it's your desk. Why don't you ask someone in your office that's very neat how they organize their desk and ask them if they will do that for you, especially if it's somebody on your team. Do you know how much you make somebody feel great when you do those things? Right now, if this video helped you, I want you to share it with a friend. I want you to share with them to give up. It is time for them to give up so that they can move up in whatever their goal is that they want to achieve. My name is Emily Hawkins, and I am here to help you give up.